Das Radical.
So next up we have the Pirate Party, and I mean I'm nothing against the Pirate Party, but I don't think I need to explain what they're trying to accomplish that much. I mean, for one thing, they've already been they have already been coalition partners running the city for 4 years, and they have, or at least according to their own accounts, accomplished quite a bit, and they just want to continue on the same track. So yeah, what are they trying to do again? Well, they want to keep the city uncorrupt, want to promote openness in all city affairs, just like in all governmental affairs, and you know, they want to protect the rights of all disenfranchised peoples. And oh my God, I actually nailed the word disenfranchised there finally. So not much I can say about them. I mean, it's the pirates. They're doing what you would expect them to do. So yeah. I will say this, however, if you look in the link below, you'll see they made a report on on all the set goals going into the last city election, and they basically mark out on how well they think they have achieved the set goals. So I thought that it was very interesting. I think it's a great idea that more parties should be able to do, to just make a checklist. Okay, we accomplished this, we kinda accomplished this, we never got around to doing this, and well, this was just a lost cause anyway, and basically we just promised this to get the blah 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 minority votes. And yeah, so yeah, I think that's kind of cool. I like this stuff that the pirates do. This kind of openness that they promote, and their organization. So yeah, let's move on to the next. Alright, and next up we have Samfylkingin, the Icelandic Social Democratic Party. They of course have led the majority coalition in the city for the past 4 years, and they were also part of the city administration the 4 years before that, while they were working with the so-called Best Party. Yeah, it's literally called the Best Party, or Flokkurinn. Yes, that was when this comedian was mayor of Reykjavík. Anyway, so Samfylkingin basically wants to continue their path that they're already on, obviously. And I find their platform to be kind of uninteresting or unengaging, shall I say. They're promising a lot of huge road infrastructure projects, like to Hringbraut í Stokk, was it Hringbraut or Miklabæjarbraut í Stokk, something like that, and also the one that I've already mentioned, the new city bus line, a new line system for Reykjavík city buses that'll cost us around 150 billion, and yeah, stuff like that they consider progress. In a lot of sense would be somewhat progressive here, but to me don't seem like core issues that we need to address right now, because I think there's and yeah, of course there's the Reykjavík housing issue. By the way, pretty much every party that's running is promising to build more houses, build more, especially small, affordable housing and apartments and stuff. And the Social Democrats are no different in that sense. They have a plan to build a certain amount of apartments every year to keep up with the steady growth of the city. But as far as I'm concerned, every party that is promising to do this, none of them seem particularly well. I don't think one of them is promising anything that much better in terms of housing than the other. So I think the Social Democrats are just as good or just as bad, depending the way you look at it, at tackling our housing crisis. So nothing more I can say about that. And of course there's the classic issue that they want to, move the Reykjavík airport further away from the city and blah blah blah. They've been talking about doing that crap for 30 years, and the airport still remains exactly where it is. So I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon either. So yeah, let's just move right on to the next party. Next up is Iceland's main party on the conservative wing, that is Sjálfstæðisflokkurinn, the Independence Party. Now, I found their website also to be kind of convoluted and difficult to navigate through. However, they were nice enough to throw this pamphlet through my mailbox, so I'm just gonna use this as my reference point for what they hope to accomplish. By the way, I've noticed here that there are 2 dudes and 3 women on this picture. Actually, I read an article today, or actually I only see the headline, didn't read the article, but apparently there's, of all the people running for all the different parties in the city, there's about 55% of them are female, actually. So, so this could turn out to be well, a highly equal city administration in terms of gender, at least. Not that I particularly care about that. I mean, that's I don't go to the voting booth thinking, oh man, I gotta keep the genders as equal as possible. So I gotta vote for this party too because you know they have more man or women, so that the party lines are as equal as possible. I say fuck all that. Oh, and it's even written in English, so I don't have to read in Icelandic and translate off the top of my head. Nice. So they have 6 bullet points here. New neighborhoods in a living city. There's a typo here. There's a fucking typo. Amateurs. I'm not making that up. Look. I don't know if you can you see that? Let's see. Fuck, this is so unfocused. Yeah. See? 2 A's. Well, basically they want to build new neighborhoods. Yeah, again, you know, building new apartments, try to curb the housing situation here. And, yeah, they want to build something. Wait a minute, Mjot already is as fully built as I thought as it possibly could be. I don't know. Maybe they want to build on top of it, I don't know. Lower taxes and property tax relief for senior citizens, relieve the traffic congestion, congestion, I don't know how to pronounce it. Again, how? This is kind of like this, like Miðflokkurinn, the center party, like they don't explain how they're going to accomplish anything. How are you going to relieve it? Better public transport? More streets? Explain, please. Daycare guarantee for toddlers at 18 months. Airborne particle pollution kept within healthy limits. Again, this is one of those things that every party is promising to accomplish. We want to keep the city free of air pollution. Yay! Join the party. Literally. Develop and enlarge Mjóttin as the city's 3rd retail and service center hub. The other 2, I'm guessing, are probably downtown central and Kringlan. How do you want to develop Mjótt more? It looks pretty developed to me. Like you wanna have an even bigger Mjótt with a bigger shopping center. Like again, explain please. Now, I actually like this idea because Mjótt is like 12-minute walking distance away from me, so having more shopping options would be nice. But if I lived anywhere else in Reykjavík, I would not care at all. So yeah, overall, just very poorly explained promises that they're making. So yeah, let's not waste too much ink or video onto them. Let's move on. I think I only have 2 more parties to go through. Next up we have Viðreisn, or Reform. And, you know, I don't actually have to say any of their policies. You can just look at this video again and some of the policies that I mentioned earlier in the video, they'll be somewhere on Viðreisn's party platform. I don't know, Viðreisn just seems kinda inoffensive, vanilla, basically. Like, their policies are very vanilla. There's nothing offensive about them, there's nothing radical about them, they're just kind of there. But I guess that's not really a bad thing, there's nothing to be outraged over. And but yeah, they want a Reykjavík that is highly liberal, a very international city, one that's run very efficiently. Kinda what a lot of other parties also want, so I did find one very hilarious thing in their platform though. Here we have a list of all the things they wanna do in Reykjavík. So yeah, they want the bus system to be improved. They want buses on the main routes to go every 7.5 minutes or something like that. Basically increase the rate of buses, and they want it to be free of charge for children under 12 to travel with the bus as long as they are escorted by parents. So what about an 11-year-old traveling on his own? Would he have to pay? I don't know, I didn't read it that thoroughly. But, oh, and they want to have a more bicycle paths all over the city. Oh, and they want to give them pretty names. I'm not kidding. It says here on the list of issues that they're fighting for, which I think is hilarious. Like, I mean, I guess whoever wrote this probably put it in as a joke. Like, it's not something that's important to anybody, but I still love the spirit of going the extra mile. Like you know, the Social Democrats also want to build bicycle paths all over the place. So Viðreisn probably saw that and like, we can one-up that. Our bicycle paths will have pretty names like bike. What the hell would a bicycle lane be called? But yeah, that's Viðreisn. I don't know what more to say about them. I don't have much of an opinion on Viðreisn. So yeah, let's just move on. There is one more party left, just one, and thankfully it's Vinstri Grænir, the left green. I say thankfully because going through this alphabetically, well, I obviously ended with Vinstri Grænir, and I was so relieved that they had probably the best political party website that I've ever seen. It was so easy to use, so easy to navigate through it, so easy to find the information that I wanted. Okay, I guess the side of the pirates is equally well designed, but the left green went the extra mile by having their site very pretty as well. So I'll give them the full credit of having the best political party website in Iceland right now. So that is definitely commendable, and all you other parties should stop whatever you're doing and just take left greens as an exemplary website designing party for you. So yeah. But anyway, let's talk policies and stuff. So I've already mentioned some of this here, like similar to the Women's League, Women's Movement. Yeah, movement. It was movement. Yeah, basically they have have policies to basically make sure that no disenfranchised group gets left behind, like whether they be trans, gay, immigrants, or you name it. They're obviously being left green. They want, you know, the city to be very environmentalist. You know, they want to try to reduce waste, reduce pollution. Not that Reykjavík has a lot of pollution. The main problem with pollution in Reykjavík is that during winter time, we of course drive in the winter time on cars that have spikes in the tires, you know, to make so that they have better grips, a better grip on icy, slippery roads. However, in the winter, in those days where the ice melts off the streets, these spikes actually corrode the streets, and there is like this very fine dust in the atmosphere in the city because of that. That it's actually somewhat harmful to especially children and old people and people with asthma. So yeah, this is something that every party in the city running wants to improve. So the left greens are no different than the other parties in that, except they put, of course, environmentalism on a particularly high stool, and they want to make sure that all the city's green areas remain green, and they even want to make sure that the ever-growing city has many new green areas installed into them, which I love. Where I live, there are a lot of green areas all around me, and I just adore it. I love that I can walk 5 minutes in almost every direction, and there'll be like some trees, some benches, a pond, like, or whatever, just something nice for me to just walk around and enjoy, yeah, nature even, like there's bird life and shit all around too, so yeah, that's all very nice. Though I found something funny in their platform though, like just hidden within all the, like their lists of things that they want to accomplish in society is like about as thick as a phone book. Like the left Greens kind of have this habit of like overshooting their accomplishments. Just like they want to accomplish so much that it's like you just look at the list of things they want to like implement. It's just like, whoa, slow down there, green ones. But yeah, buried under all this text of all the things that they're trying to do was that they want to make Reykjavík a not a vegan, like a city that caters very well to vegans. I'm guessing that every restaurant needs to have a vegan item on it or something. And I just thought it was a very funny thing to see there. Like, okay, we've made promises to immigrants, gay people, trans people, poor people, what's that? Vegans! Every restaurant should have a vegan meal. I don't know how this came to be, but I have noticed that a suspiciously high number of Icelandic vegans vote left green for whatever reason. But yeah, like if they want to, I don't know, implement something that makes life easier for vegans, I don't care. Like, it doesn't affect me, I'm not vegan, so, but if it helps some poor schmuck out there who thinks killing animals is wrong to, makes it easier for him to find a meal, sure, whatever. Like I said, I don't care, but just because I don't care doesn't mean that it doesn't help somebody, so yeah, there's that. So that was a long rundown of every party that is running in the Reykjavík city election, and god damn it, that is a lot to choose from. Actually, that's not a lot to choose from. If you watch this entire video, or the entire 2 videos, depending on how we decide to edit this shit together, well, you'll probably already have excluded like most of the lists here, so... But actually, one thing I find cool about having this many parties is that I can vote for one party, but still, there will be another party that'll be like, close enough, but I'll still vote for the other guys. Like, there's so much variety that it's honestly hard to choose what to vote, and also it's like you feel like you're being catered to very well. So, like, I like these guys on education and these guys as well, but these guys are a little bit better on the environmentalists, so I'll vote for them, or vice versa. Like voting in Iceland right now should be the easiest thing ever, because you're guaranteed to find at least some party that caters to you perfectly. So anyway, thanks for watching and have a nice day.
Das Radikal.